through volunteering, I have been able to build more relationships and that familiarity so that, when you walk through the door, you feel like you're part of a community. You feel like you're part of a family.
I will admit I wasn't overly enthusiastic about volunteering. I just didn't know what it was all about, and not being a part of the school there's a lot of generational folks. It was a little intimidating, a little bit scary, not knowing a lot of people, and I continued to just make excuses as to reasons why I couldn't be involved until finally I got a nudge, and I thought, you know what, I am going to sign up. And that's when it really hit me. It was an extremely fun experience. I got to meet so many incredible people, and it just made me feel like I was part of something bigger, and just seeing the CWC community come together it was just a blessing.
I think that the way that the school is set up and having parents, like a parent-run school, right? And it's gotta be families investing and helping out. It really does build the community. And that may sound cliche, but I just think when you're serving alongside other people, you find a connection that you don't when you're not doing that,
We don't live close to Waupun. We live about 30 miles away, so the connections that we make with other families that are here that are volunteering at the same time, we may not have had the opportunity to make if we weren't volunteering.
There's so many options that you can do volunteering. If you love sports, there's something for you. If you love organization, there's something for you. If you love food prep, there's something for you. If you love the kids, there's something for you.
I started with school cleaning because that seemed kind of easy and behind the scenes. So I've done hearing and vision screening. I helped with PIA, kind of that parent organization that helps with volunteering and events. I got to help with school lunch, which has been my favorite, just seeing the kids in their element, kind of waving. At first I would get hugs, and now it was kind of like a side wave.
Julie's been doing thrift store for ages, and she talked about it so long. I thought, okay, I could give this a try, and Julie needed some help, and we were able to talk about it and kind of share the same job, and I was like, oh sure, if I could go in with Julie and hang out, it sounds great. Yeah, it's kind of hard to quit this job because it's just, it's a great community, and it's really fun to come in and see everybody's faces.
One year I had to clean the first grade classroom after my child had been in that classroom all year, and you're erasing the pencil marks off the wall and cleaning the cupboards, knowing that they learned so much in those four walls. But it gives you a chance to be in the spaces that your kids spent so much time in. Auction I loved. I did my first few years here because there's so many people involved in the auction, and it's such a big night, and it's the beginning of the school year, and I remember doing it and I was kind of wide-eyed, like I don't know what I'm doing, right, or getting myself into, but it was a really awesome way to just meet a lot of families really quickly. And so I think for new families, I'm like, oh, auction's a great place to start because it's not a long time commitment. You get it all done in one day, and you're gonna have contact with so many different people. It's just a great opportunity.
I love basketball. That is my thing. And so being on the table, having the best seat in the house, I think, in the heat of the action, I have done book or clock for my boys, for many, many years. And so I just love it. Each year I've just tried to branch out to somewhere new. And so when Emily Billy said, they were looking for people on the boosters, and my boys love sports, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to get in and be able to help shape and form and work with the fundraising and the activities that support Crusader Athletics.
Yeah, I think volunteering has played a part in getting embedded into the community just in a lot of ways. Like when I started here, a lot of times I was just known as Ben's wife. It's like people that have gotten to know me as me and not just like, oh, you married so-and-so. And
I like just being able to share what's going on at the school and learning what's going on at the school. And it's just amazing to me how invested all the teachers and administrators and staff are in making this a place for kids to grow spiritually and academically.
a big benefit to helping the school with volunteering is truly just that you're supporting the faculty. These kind of things wouldn't get done without somebody helping and someone supporting them. And I think the couple hours that you end up spending volunteering is just a fraction of the payment that you can pay as a thank you for the teachers and for the faculty.
If you're spending the money and time and energy to send your kid to CWC, like you want to get the most out of it. And I think a lot of ways of getting the most out of it is you getting involved in it and getting to know the other families who've made the same commitment.
That's one thing I love about volunteering too, is showing our kids that serving in God's world is important, and then they see the value of that. Building community, when we all work together, we can really do some great things.
It gives you a chance just to talk to other moms too, moms that have kids that are older than you, new moms coming into the school, and to just get a feel on what everybody loves about CWC. Everybody has something different that means something to them, and it's fun to get to know other people and what they love about the school.
I would just get out there and pick something. Maybe there's something that you know that you're just absolutely going to love, and then head that direction. But if you're always doing what you love, you'll never meet anyone else.
I would also encourage, the Sign Up Genius comes out and it fills up fast. Don't be intimidated if there is a slot that is filled up around something you want to do. Reach out to the PEP committee, reach out to Emily Billy, and I am sure they will find a spot to insert you in, even if it's full, just to be able to give you the experience and the impact of what volunteering actually can do for you.
I'd say start small and just say yes. Pick something that kind of aligns with your interests, and go from there. And everyone just chipping in and helping together can make a big difference. It may not feel like you're doing a big thing, but every little bit helps grow the school and support the school. So just start small and follow God's lead. He'll direct you to where you need to be.
I think something that I was really nervous about is, what if I don't know how to do it? Or what if I don't know what it's all about? A majority of the volunteer opportunities have a chair, and it's one or two people that are on that chair and that truly mentor you and guide you in what you need to do. There hasn't been a time where I've felt lost or like I didn't know what I was doing. When I show up, somebody always has an answer for me.
And I think sometimes it's intimidating because you're like, I can't commit to this big thing. And I think most of the time, if you just contact whoever it is, you'll find out like how you can fit into that. And like for Deb and I, we kind of share a position. And so it might be daunting for one person to come in and be like, oh, I can't commit to that. But if you can tag team with somebody with it, whether you know them or not, yeah.
I think about how we tell our kids, like when they're going into a new situation, we tell our kids like, oh, you'll meet a new friend, it'll be great, like go meet a new friend, you know, and somewhere along the lines between kindergarten and being in our 30s, right, and having children, we lose that. And all of a sudden it becomes very intimidating sometimes for people. And so I think it's understandable, like you might feel intimidated or you might feel nervous to volunteer and to try to meet new people. But like, just like we tell our kids and we watch our kids go meet new friends, you know, on their sports teams or at school or, you know, at the library, like, then we experience that too. And we meet new friends and it's really beautiful.
Sign up when the email comes out. Don't wait. But other than that, just pray about it and see where you feel led when you're looking at all of the opportunities out there. Pick something that you think, I can see the Lord blessing the students and the school through me in this opportunity.
You know, living your faith around others, around the world, and around unbelievers is extremely difficult. And building those relationships with other believers, you can be strengthened by being around them. And volunteering, we have one thing in common in that we love the Lord Jesus. Out in the world, in the work world, it's exhausting to work sometimes next to unbelievers that are relentless about what they call our fanatical faith, or, you know, and if there's nothing fanatical about it, you know, we want everyone to love the Lord.